Early again this morning, and our main focus today is the ghost town at Kolmans Kuppe. Looking forward to it, don't know what to expect, and then after that we're going to book in at a bed and breakfast in Luderitz and explore Luderitz and then be on our way. It's another long drive, about 4 hours, and the distance in total is about 413 kilometers. At last, a bit of desert. Selling airport. No, it looks like it.
Airport, yeah. That's good airport. There's a airplane. That's it there. I thought it was on the sea.
There's 26 days.
Kolmans Kuppe. Yeah. Ghost town, Kolmans Kuppe.
Why is it so windy? The rich ones stay here. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the museum and just wondering, there's lots of history here. So I put a little bit of history together in my formal voice. Enjoy.
A strange, painful history. One evening in 1908, a Namibian railway worker named Zacharias Lula was shoveling railroad tracks clear of creeping sand dunes when he saw some stones shining in the low light. Lula's German employer identified them for what they were: diamonds. Lula was not paid or rewarded for his find. Soon, hordes of prospectors descended on the area. By 1912, a town had sprung up, producing 1 million carats a year, or 11.7% of the world's total diamond production. Wealthy Kolmans Kuppe became a well of luxury in the barren desert. There was a butcher, a baker, a post office, and an ice factory. Fresh water was brought by rail. European opera groups even came to perform. A sort of mad eccentricity reigned. One family kept a pet ostrich that terrorized other townspeople and was made to pull a sleigh at Christmas. But Kolmans Kuppe, part of the struggling colony of German Southwest Africa, was also built on a legacy of colonial violence. Only 4 years before the discovery of diamonds at Kolmans Kuppe, the Namibian Herero people rebelled against the German colonizers, who retaliated with genocidal ferocity by killing over 60,000 Herero. The boom and bust. Kolmans Kuppe's prospectors were becoming rich overnight, simply picking diamonds off the desert floor, but German authorities wanted greater control over the incredible riches. They cracked down, declaring a vast area of Namibia a sperrgebied, or restricted zone, forbidding entry to ordinary people and reserving prospecting rights for a single, Berlin-based company. Tribespeople displaced from their land by the zone's construction were often employed as laborers in diamond mines, forced to live on cramped, barracks-like compounds for months at a time. But it wasn't to last. Intensive mining depleted the area by the 1930s, and in 1928, the town's fate was sealed when the richest diamond fields ever known were found on the beach terraces to the south. The townspeople left in droves, abandoning homes and possessions. By 1956, Kolmans Kuppe was completely abandoned. The dunes that once rolled over Lula's railway tracks now burst through the ghost town's doors and porches, filling its rooms with smooth banks of sand. During its brief heyday, about 1,000 people, German colonizers and their families as well as local tribespeople who worked the mines, lived in Kolmans Kuppe. A second life, and death. In 2002, a local private company called Ghost Town Tours was awarded the concession to manage Kolmans Kuppe as a tourist attraction, busing visitors into the forbidden zone to explore and photograph the sand-covered ruins. Today, as many as 35,000 tourists visit the site every year, bringing money to the nearby coastal town of Luderitz. Ruin gazing is nothing new. For millennia, people have been drawn to broken cities and toppled monuments, places of quiet contemplation that remind us of our own hubris and of the power of time. Thora Pieterstoder and Bjorn R. Olsen, editors of the book Ruin Memories, Materialities, Aesthetics and the Archaeology of the Recent Past, describe our fascination with ruins. Masked objects are unveiled, inside is turned out, they write. Collapsed walls, broken windows and open drawers expose intimacy and privacy, recalling to light the previously hidden, forgotten or unknown. Pieterstoder and Olsen argue that the crumbling walls and sand-filled rooms of young ruins, their age measured in decades, not millennia, challenge our assumptions about the order and progress of the modern world. But even these reminders that nothing lasts forever won't last forever. Despite ongoing conservation efforts and a yearly limit on the number of tourists, studies undertaken around 2010 showed a marked deterioration of several structures in Kolmans Kuppe. Before long, the town might vanish into the desert. Until then, the surreal ruins remind us of our society's power to build, but also of the material waste and human suffering we're capable of wreaking. Today's tourists visit a testament to the evils of the colonial system, a melancholy monument to a world disappearing once and for all beneath history's shifting sands.
Well, there's a bit of history. I hope it made sense, and I hope you enjoyed it. I broke away from the tour group just to get a bit of a head start, and really this place is really going to ruins and how long will it survive? It's been swallowed by the creeping sand, or should I call it the moving sand dunes. It's a question of time before all of this is gone. But looking at all these ruins, as a photographer, there's so much beauty. The patina, the old floors and ceilings and paintwork, and then the ever creeping sand just absolutely destroying everything. Also very interesting is the architecture and just how things were built. I think with diamond mining there was a lot of capital available just to get this off the ground as long as it lasted. Well, and there's my footprint in the sand. I have been here. More signs of the locust mob invading the south of Africa, destroying all the crops. Anyway, enough of that. There is something eerie about the light and dark, maybe symbolizing the beginning and the end. I suppose I must get back to the tour group and really get to know the history of this place. But it was just nice to break away and experience things by myself.
This also a reasonable to look at something. Look at the quality of the stuff. That also important to do, because normal hotel is cover style. I'm going to show you how this gets fed back. Just quite interesting. Okay. Now you understand why when you come here, you've got to have 2 beers and 4 schnapps before you start the game. I think a normal bowling ball that always holds it off that way. No, no, wait in the scene.
You got the bowling under the eye, which is a bit.
Okay, one more section, one more side. This is my section.
Sometimes give them a spirit.
Bottom in here, there are 2 tennis courts, so they play tennis as well. Okay, so bottom in here. These houses going up here now, this right here was the business area. Okay, so at the bottom end you got the bakery, and you got 4 apprentices working in the bakery, apprentices staying over here, there's a butchery over here. Okay, then you've got the ice factory, and you've got the general dealer. Okay, we'll stand over here. We'll come around the top here and we'll talk about that. Just shoot through here. I won't tell you much about the bakery, there's nothing in there, which is further down the bottom end here. If you go inside there now, the sand is quite put into place. The one side of the building is starting to collapse. Okay, so you're going to go and take some photos, you can do that. There's nothing much. What they did have there before was an automatic bread making machine. So when you put the dough in from the beginning, you just put the dough in, you should go right through into the whole process. Sure, there's no control.
Sure.
Okay. You stop till you put fresh water. Okay, so there's fresh water inside. Here's the tray over here. So all these ones go into the tray. And guess what you got inside there? Seawater. Okay, so you've got seawater inside here, fresh water in these, and into the tray. And what you do there is, on the corner there, carbon dioxide, it's pumped into the side of here, into the seawater. Okay, that's all it is. And as you all know, fresh water ice up before seawater. So this becomes an ice block, the seawater is just ice cold. So you take this out, go down to the corner there, to that drum, it's immediately the current at the bottom, and I put this in, you loosen up the ice, turn it upside down, the ice box slips out. So it weighs about 20 kilograms. Okay, if you want to cut it off, then cut it off. That's the ice box that you get. Okay, that's it.
That is in 1912, right?
Up north, okay, so that's all. Down here, top end, what you will do. The top end coming through, because here you have the borders, you didn't keep cattle there. Okay, and of course it goes rail from us all the way down to here. If you couldn't afford to pay the rail, they used to herd the cattle down to 3.5 days. So even here, okay, depending what you want to do. And then a kilometre from here down the bottom end, there used to be an abattoir, so of course that's where they slaughtered all the animals, and they came back to the carcasses around it on the side there. So when you came in the door, what do you want? You want a fillet, you want a leg, what do you want? And of course the guy will coach for you, that's what we do. Remember I said to you that all the stuff is imported that comes in. Okay. So breast where the coal comes from. It doesn't come from Germany, it comes from Wales. Okay. The only one that I can think is you look at Germany in itself. The coal fields, the lower coal fields, just opposite Belgium on the right hand side. It's obviously it's too far to be in here. So they get their coal from Wales. So of course we've got South Africa. And as the story goes, the guys go and play pickleball in the evening, the young guys, after it stops, you know, 11, 10, they all get hungry, so they used to come down here and come to each other to meet. In any mining community, you normally find everybody knows everybody else. Now, you might tell you there's only 200, 250 people here, so everybody knows everybody else. He was there last night, at the pickleball 10 to 1 year come, and so that's awesome. So the guy in charge, you just go back and say, who was there last night? And of course, it will be the culprit, plus a few of his mates. And then they would have to pay the bill. That's how it's solve the problem. Okay. You know, you go to mining town, you know who's the drunkard in town, who's the playboy, who's the this one. Okay, we still waiting for anyone else?
Yes, there's a few people coming.
Guys, waiting for you.
What is this, Rebecca?
Here's the, you know what I'm saying over here now is the clothing that the nurses wore. But you can see nobody nurses. Not us, sir. Okay, then on the bed over here they've got some instruments, the doctor.
Yes.
And some of the normal stuff at the bottom.
Some reason it reminds me of you.
Okay, and then of course the shop over here, the racks on the wall completely of these racks over here. Company Food was one owner, that guy that August took, he owned the thing in the beginning. And when they started building over here, of course they made 10,000 bricks a day. And then he started the building in the hotel from 1909. It was set for a 50-year period, that's what it was supposed to be. So of course it was one owner, one price, one big profit. And you want to buy them, type like you. And then on the right hand side, what they're showing you, you see some fossil things. So the fossil stuff that you make got over here, this was a swampy area, okay, a million years ago. So it was never a desert as you see it now. The other interesting thing is they did a research about 13 years ago. At the bottom it's full of water, there's a lot of underground water. Okay. And when the Khoi sand were here, the Bushmen, years ago, they knew all the water points. So when they came to find the diamonds, they got the water source, and then those guys were all turned up. Okay, and then restricted over there. That's basically what transpired. Okay, on the right hand side, you also get, you'll see there's an ID tag. In the top there, made of copper. There's some area on your neck. So the DKG, whatever you want to call it, so. And then you go out. The other important thing is, because I can't talk over there, too windy. When we go to the hospital now, can see the hospitals on the side there. And the hospital actually was extended. Okay. The beauty about the hospital was the first X-ray machine in Africa was here.
First what?
X-ray machine.
X-ray.
Okay. And it wasn't just for your bones. So you swallow the diamonds. That's what it was there for too. And needless to say, so you got the whole mining area, so you go another 110 kilometers up this way. And so what transpired is they had an X-ray machine there, but on the other side they didn't have. Remember, the guy's supposed to come in on a 2-year contract. But if you're on that side, they get the cost of it. You just followed your cost of it and you went to your special place. And when you finished your business, that's how you could go. Okay. And of course, they got the diamonds in, so it must have worked. Okay. Sounds crude, but that's what they did. Okay. And then what I was going to show you, this gauze that you got here. Remember, when you start off first, you have a big aperture, and as you go down, you get smaller, 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 smaller. Okay, this is, you must see 2.2 carat, the diamonds that you get. This is 0.2 carat. So this is the last sip that you actually do to get out. So 0.2 carat diamond won't come through here. Okay. Of course, bigger diamonds, bigger diamonds, bigger diamonds. Remember, the 0.2 carats is the average size. So there were some big ones as well. Okay. And then for those that like school, we'll have a secret. You sit up here, you can see I'm looking at the kids, they come and sit there. You actually can't lie forward. You've got to sit up straight all the time. You just can't. And now I can stand like, see, you can't. You're going to sit like this all the time. Now there's 44 the bones there. Now you can imagine. That's why when you see Germans, they always call them squares. Now you know. You see Germans, they always walk up this. Now you know, it's not school. Okay, here's a flag on the other side here. It's also, if you want to make 1925, it used to be the Recreation Club. If you want to know any more information, when you go to town, there's a little museum they got there. It's open at 3 till 5 o'clock. Okay, and in there you got a lot of photos of the town and the Sossusvlei and some of the nice flags and stuff. The other important thing is you must also not forget that this town in actual fact was very German. Ours was the same thing too, but it was during Hitler's time. So big time. Okay, that's enough said. Okay. Gas lamps. Here, electricity came from town. It was coal fired. Here's the substations for tool building up here. Electricity down over here, and from here also down tool right up to this. The only problem is there was no TV. So they didn't have it. So they just beat it. And while we're standing over here, you see this building at the bottom here with the wooden doors? Down there? Okay, that's where actually the locomotives, like 10 locomotives.
And no, the edge house on the other side of the house.
So you've got these houses here and you've got those. Remember when they came into, you also had this thing when the guys came in. They were 2 houses and the rest of it when they came. So you actually stayed in an area, same as you did now for coronavirus. That's single quarters. That's what you want to know, I suppose. The guys that stayed there, the unmarried people. Okay, single quarters, that's it.
And how do you
It's moving here to hospital. This is the hospital over here. Okay, the hospital continued here, I think, way up to 1956. I think they still supply. So I think these guys actually check on it.
Is this a private ward?
The Free Hospital doesn't look as good as this.
You got a good point there, Robert. Kijk daar, dus. Neem een foto van die glas. Yeah, I like this, the side view from this side. Hoe lyk dit vanaf bo af?
Nice. Is die fijn voor jullie?
Ek het hom nou net afgeneem. We have a photo shoot going on
Sure.
Next stop, the coastal town of Luderitz and a visit to the Diaz Cross.